I think. I think my YouTube stream should be running soon. That's good, that's good. But yeah, let's do like 2.5 hours roughly of Arknight thing. I guess it will be not enough to finish the whole mission this week, which will be sad. But we will finish it next week and be able to do some lone whaling, or starting it at least. Yeah. So yeah, we have seen that we did funky experiments at Vine Lab, and we have our cool metal creature constructs that gonna eat all of us. Let's save the world. Work is not welcome at the bar. I mean, fair. I go to the bar to drink and forget about work. I don't know you. Really? How sad. One just an iced tea, please. But this gentleman... Ugh. What's the matter? He's shivering. Must be the air conditioning in the bar. You just have the power to, I guess, influence the temperature around you. Have another drink. It will warm you up. No. Oh, I forgot. Your tastes have changed. Favorite drink was? Yes, nice tea. Like when you could still hold a scalpel. Strong enough to make you forget Logan Williams' abuse. Now, he has 122 years left on his prison term. While you're free. Free? You're talking to me about free? I've been uploading my biometric data on a monthly basis, just like you told me. Shh. Let's not talk about work here. We came to the bar to relax, don't we? Or would you rather drink with these two? One whose face shows no expression, other whose face can't be seen at all. And with your old friend? Old friend? Heh, that's rich. The reason I've become this, it's all because... yes, to freedom. Left me no choice, Aria. You're on your own. Man picks up the glass and gulps down its contents. He stares into space with a particular expression. It's hard to say whether it's one of anger or one of despair. A moment later, he falls from his chair. His legs spasm as though shocked by electricity, while his left hand grasps at his right arm. His fingers dig deep into his own flesh, as though trying to rip out electronics that have caused him so much grief, along with his past sins. Oh my god, what happened to him? Call an ambulance! Something in the drink. Epilepsy. Blood test shows abnormal chemical composition. The injection I gave him will help. Will live. A drink. There's half a glass left. I'm not the type to waste. You drank the rest. You know, just microdosing. As you just saw. Still don't get it? Check out your friend's teeth. Second molar on the left. A false tooth? He did one final observation on himself before he left Logan water tank. I knew it all along. I should have removed that variable myself. One tooth wouldn't have affected his work. I didn't. I believe we in Columbia should have the freedom to face death. Doctor, take the patient and give us some space. What are you? We have a problem. We need to deal with it. Sir, the new test results are out. Let's hope it justifies this commotion. 67. Okay, you know what? This one is from Musty. This one is from Musty. You know, sometimes you need to look after your kids. But we tried our best. What about the V tests? Here they are. Get me all the numbers. Yes, sir. Sir? I'll be damned. The old goat wasn't playing. It's all up to Holyhack now. She'd better take care of Saria. I'm honored that the former head of Vine's defense section thinks I'm a problem. Who are you? We never met, Director Saria, but I've heard of you. One of the co-founders of Vine Lab, graduate of Tremor's Institute of Technology, who left academia after earning her PhD in biomedical engineering to become the head of the defense section. Everyone associates Vine Lab with Kristen White, but few have heard of you. If you never resented that after all these years. That's unnecessary. I made my choice. I took up my duty. I know. You think yourself a firefighter, but what you really love is the feeling of charging into a fire. Am I right? You like fighting. She does, for sure. Doesn't mean you're a warrior. You have no thirst for challenge and destruction. That's why you never fit in with the scientific community. You know, scientific community shouldn't be about that. 5 years ago, received a crafted plant from Mule's Eye, who taught the vines to dance. Accepted the gift. Thereafter, you were in your office by 7 every morning, trimming the sprouts that had grown overeager. You've been spying on Vine Lab? Maybe I just heard some office gossip. Maybe you missed the part where Mule's Eye turned the offices of V directors into Sarkan Vein forests. How much trouble it caused defense. Right then. How much trouble did the diabolic business cause you? For all the garbage you've talked, there's one thing you got right. I don't shy away from a fight. Oh, come on. You cannot tell me she's as strong as Savia. Beautiful arts. We use a trick against control. You're too curious for a mercenary. Hey, you're fighting. Are they drunk? Where's the bouncer when you need one? I don't think a bouncer stands a chance against those two. Are you the bouncer? Get him out of here. Sorry, I'm just a mechanist. I'm not even working here. Hitting the road would be the smart choice here. Shit, the senior's coming down. Go, go! Are you okay, Doctor? I'm more worried about the informant. Grab Saria, Mechanist. So eager to stop the fight. Won't you stay a while longer? There aren't many in Columbia who could take a hit from you and stay standing. With skills like yours, there aren't many who could afford your fee. This doesn't have much to do with Volvod Koczynski. Your style isn't military. Eager to kill the trail of the Silver Regent. Your employer could be Ferdinand, or it could be Control. Even now you still won't turn your suspicions towards her. Yeah, Mumu is innocent or something. Too many questions to let you go. Savia. Savia takes a note of her position and that of her colleague. The enemy's path of retreat is cut off. There's no need to drag this out. Shen loses her arts without hesitation. An enamel wall appears out of thin air. Saya takes aim at Polyhawk's vitals. Looks like the time for talk is over. You're not dodging. You don't need to. I'm not in the habit of taking long shots. Saya's fingers should have found her opponent's abdomen. But she does not feel the warm touch of soft flesh. There's no sign of pain on Polyhawk's face. She leans forward, her lips nearly touching Xavier's ear. Believe it or not, Xavier, I just wanted to chat. I'm curious about you, about Vinelab. You heard my friend the moment you showed up. Doesn't exactly put me in a chatting mode. I have a job to do after all. One last parting word for you. Don't be too eager to make an enemy of me. Don't be too eager to make an enemy of anyone. She got away. Why, is there a hole in the wall? That was me. Did her arts misdirect you? No, I was just angry. It was some technique, but not original arts. She changed the air composition around her, interfering with my arts and causing my attack to miss its target. I've never seen anything like it before. Could she keep a caster from getting at water molecules? Maybe. I thought about it. Leading air in a specific direction is pretty mundane. Wouldn't have been enough to disable Mule's eye. Doctor, I suppose we go after her. But it's the intel she has access to, or the strange techniques she uses. The slippery is extremely dangerous. Officer, where are you going? I didn't know I had to report my every move to you. Because so you took the key to a vehicle. Just borrowing an asset. By all means, report it to your miserable director. Officer. What is it? I don't have all day. Mary Banner, you grew up in the town of Steelham, north of Timors. Sonny Romano was your neighbor and middle school classmate. You've been investigating me? Manowa's sister was infected 4 years ago. He ended his internship at a law firm and returned to Steelham. His insurance payments stopped 6 months later. His name resurfaced on the crew manifest for this pioneer team 3 years and 17 days later. Where was he during that time? How would I know? Preventing problems before they occur is part of our job. If you thought you could scare me by raffling off some old records, think again. It took me 5 years to get to where I am now. Did you think I don't know how to deal with some corporate worms? I've never doubted your abilities. And don't make me feed you to the tusk beasts. Maybe you don't believe it. But I just wanted to give you some friendly advice. You remind me of my former supervisor at times. I had a lot of respect for her, but she allowed her personal sentiments to destroy her future. I don't want to see you repeat her mistakes. Sentiments? Maybe this could save some people, but I can't save one out to get herself killed. This is an emergency communication. Agent Director Clooney. Block 17, Location Zone 9 corridor. No change observed in target's position from the previous log. Base particle structure stable. Still no signal. Can't get anything out. We can't tolerate any more delays. The plan needs adjustment. I have to get these reports to the boss once they have comms back. Elena? What are you doing here? I just wanted to move a little, catch my breath. I understand that you harbor certain feelings towards the pioneers, but it's better to stick together. The last attack was 10 minutes ago, not far from here. Getting separated would be dangerous, but then how do I leak intel if those things appear again? Alright, and go back. 1 second. Before you do, don't you have anything to say to me? I don't know what you're talking about. Pioneers are not in the most stable condition. Look at them will put Joyce in danger. I understand why you didn't want to tell the truth in front of them. But just the two of us here. The two of us. Come on, this is. You could just start singing and dancing. It's nice, peaceful. You wanted to ask about the experiments. You're not a project member. You'll need to request permission from the company. Stop dodging the question. I know you're hiding a lot from me. I'm not angry, we're friends, and we're colleagues. Windup has strict rules on confidentially, and all of us are used to hiding our opinions. Rules or no rules. Olivia, I'm not... You're not doing it on purpose. I know, how could I not? There aren't many infected in the company. When you first came and greeted me at launch, I heard your section colleague pulled you aside and whispered to you that I was infected. He whispered me for... Anyway, let's go, she's at least not racist. I don't care about those stones on your body. Who doesn't have a flaw or two? Not the ones gossiping behind your back at the very least. Even afterwards, I cared about the stones in my own body. I never cared about the stones in my own body. I'm not sure if it's a good or bad mindset. That's Elena Upvika, I know. You knew something was not right with the experiments here. You knew what those silver things were. They're endangering our lives, and those of many innocents outside. Elena, I know, would not let something like this happen. What made you keep quiet? With Ferdinand? Olivia, this is my job. Just like Helen and so many other researchers who work for WineLab, this is where my dreams can come true. Wonder what your teams are. You said you were once thankful to Director Pavis and WineLab. Recite the star chart. I don't want to see your physics test score. Full marks or 0. It don't matter. You're an Urbika. Studying such useless things insults the name. You disappoint me, Astran. But she has your hyperfixation, let her be. This is all you have to show for Mon's work? You have talent, but neither does anyone else in Columbian science. You have determination, but it is yet to be tested. You're diligent, but there's no direction to guide your hard work. The world is waiting for you to change it. Every chance you waste is potentially a massive loss for yourself and the area you're living in. I chose you from thousands of candidates, yet better not prove me wrong. Ferdinand is the goal I strive for. What did he promise you? Your own project if you help Director Franks complete this experiment, or... Olivia, you're like my sister, treating me like a little kid sitting around waiting for candy. I know you have a lot of misconceptions about Director Clooney. He does not seem nice, okay? Investigations over the years have caused him a lot of trouble. But none of that matters, it's not my place to defend him. But he could have refused Wood's Island intervention, and yours. He wants to change WineLab, change Columbia. I believe all he needs is a chance. You trust Ferdinand that much. Did you know that, Vine? Who's there? Did those things catch up to us? It's the Pioneer team. Stay back. The captain was right. We're just lab beasts to you. You've got it all wrong. Still trying to trick us. I won't fall for that again. Everything you did for us, it's all fake. Calm down. Mears, was it? Yes, if you won't listen to us, maybe you'll listen to Sonny. I don't want to die here. Reasonable. There's no end to this damned corridor that bursts down on you and chokes you out. It's like the walls in the infected containment zones. Welcome to the back rooms. Let us go, please. I'm begging you. I will kill her if you don't. No. Okay, see, that now this is evil. Don't. Choice. How could this be? No, let Choice go. Don't hurt her. No, at least have some honor. The fact show she passed it through here. Can you tell which way she went? Alley up ahead. Let's go. We have unanswered questions. Did you learn anything new, Doctor? I mean, yes, but with my superpowers, I did see that the situation with the hostage side is not working out. Did we win that fight? I'm not concerned about the outcome of a single battle. I get what the Doctor is saying. That Lippavie isn't strong enough to beat us, but she's not so weak that she couldn't hold out for a few minutes. Could have gotten away before Magnus survived. It seems like she intended to leave a message behind. It's luring us into the alley. Should we still go? Yes. I mean, to be fair, it's still at least good that you're aware that you're walking into a trap. We are ready. On it. You'll be coming, right? I know Savia. She'll come, even if she knows it's exactly what I want. I'm still a little uneasy. That power armor. Are you sure we don't need permission from Ferdinand? We could always go back to plan A if you want. You mean, never mind. Forget I said anything. This is a test. Our employer wants to see our results. I hear footsteps. Alert the Beacon team. Begin the operation. Time to beat them up. What about us? Yeah, out. Oh, did they just want to try more mechs? I mean, this is such a straightforward map for us. I guess they could add for some people, but if they don't, then we are fucking eating great. Put you here. You basically probably already have one. I love my overpowered team sometimes, when I don't want to think. This is like the non-thinking stream actually, I guess. And this is a good spot for you. Also have this, just for the hell of it. It's curious, I would have thought that this upper side would just be all in on. Oh, this is how you go. That's you know, slightly toxic. You know what? Just get fucking bodied. It's not in range. Oh, it is in range. Okay, then we can put you like this maybe. Oh, yeah. She deals the damage. Yes. What else can I say, man? They might be overpowered. They are not even like gonna leave the... What are they? Are they in Caution's Point? What are they? I slowly learned the terminology of this game. Amazing. It's only been like almost a year. Jesus Christ, it has been so long. I mean, we're at least kind of slowly catching up with the story. I can't wait to Lone Trail. I guess Masti kinda did hype it up for me. To be fair, I feel like Lone Trail is like one of the more beloved stories of everything around, right? The cramped space is filled with black, which blocks out light, air, and sound. The mouth cannot scream. The scorching heat of vision blocks the windpipe, preventing even a whisper from escaping. There is no fighting. Cold, hard steel clamps down on the limbs, preventing any attempt at movement, never mind resistance. If only tears would flow from the eyes. Mother always said tears were powerful weapons. But the eyes are not cooperating. They've seen too many mountains fall and too many rivers dry up over the centuries. They've seen too many loved ones die. They've become dry, like the land after nomadic city has passed through. All 6 power armors disabled. Is that the last one? Looks like it. We are delayed 30 minutes. Wait. Scan show is 7th. It's... You would just think, why do they have the identifier? Wouldn't they just try to... If they're using it like this, wouldn't they try to at least hide the Divine Lab affiliation or something for now? Let's head it your way, Doctor. I'll take care of it. You did not see how Savia moved. All you know is that she was standing in front of you before you knew it. You know, she never carries a vine-made shield on the streets of Columbia. She turns herself into a shield. The enamel barrier growing from her crossed forearms blocks the power's armor's attack. Pest. You hear Savia mutter under her breath. This is how she views such woke Columbian technology. Her expression tells you what her next move is. Savia wastes no time dealing with pests. Her hand closes up in the chest of the power armor. A dark hole would soon appear. The power armor would be destroyed. More aptly, die. A thought comes to your mind. Savia, no! She may or may not have heard more than the first syllable, but she does in fact stop. It's the result of trust that you have accumulated over the course of many battles. Her fist only scrapes the core, but the shockwave is enough to shatter the power armor's outer shell. Sees something amongst the flying metal shards that looks different. Looks like strands of hair. Doctor, look out! It's... a woman! The power armor tips over. As it further disintegrates, you see more her than a speck of skin, then an eye. The eye is looking at you. You see many emotions flash across it. Anger, fear, bewilderment. As the shell falls away completely, you realize it's begging for help. Extend your hand. I know, Mule's eye. I guess they just got her and put her into a suit against her will. What's happening, Myers? It's kind of terrifying. I mean, didn't they lecture how Rifradian uses like infected Tessasa conduits and they're making their artificial conduits? I guess they were like, you know what? Maybe in a pinch we can just use an infected person, cram them into an armor. I do not know, sir. Let Doc Moore go. Doc. I can't. So being a direct order? Why are you on their side, sir? Didn't you say we needed to harden our hearts and do what we had to do? Didn't you say we were just the test subjects? This was all your idea. I like Doc Moore. I thought you'd be the one to turn against me first. Sam, maybe, or somebody else, but you, Myers, you always listen to me. To a fault, you said. I listened to my boss at the plant and ended up with Orapathy. Then I started listening to you when I got here. You're all smart, got an education. Figured I couldn't go wrong listening to you. But now, we're all gonna die. The Vilcoats are gonna kill us, Sonny. They think they got it all under control. Search her if you don't believe me. I'm damn sure she's got a voice recorder on her. Who's here to lock us and the silver monsters. He is actually not wrong, which is gonna be even worse. Dr. Erbica, if you know a way out of this, it's time to get talking. Lena. Olivia, I may not have told you the details of the experiment, but I never lied to you. Never lied to you either, Sonny. Myers? I don't know how to deal with them. I studied them and recorded their behavior because I wanted to solve the problem you're facing. Like I said, it's part of my job. I think Elena's telling the truth, Myers. Would you give Choice back to us? But, okay, even if you don't have figured out a way directly, you could at least kinda give us a rundown what you know about them, right? Pioneer stares at Pitlops. Suddenly he raises his hand. Silence lets out a mute cry, but overwhelms the Pioneer, sensing its master's will. But all he did was take something from Pitlops' hand. It was the treatment band that he put on her only a few hours ago. What have I done? Akmur. You regretted her. The kindness you showed me. Someone like me doesn't deserve kindness. The doctor returns to the side of her friends, still quiet, beautiful, pristine. There's no way out. This lab is a tomb, but especially for them. There's no hope. The band is like a handcuff the company has tackled them with. We'll never find freedom unless Pioneer stuffs the medical wristband into his mouth. Myers! Sir? What are you doing? Spit it out, now! Band. Contains multiple doses of painkillers. His heart can possibly take it. It will kill him! Seen guys all of these. They're all dead. That are the lucky ones. Spit it out, damn you! I hold his jaw. Suck him in the stomach, Sam. One more time. I see the treatment band. Olivia, let's help. Olivia? Choice. Program start. She's awake? It's so dark. Why is it so dark outside? Dark? But all the lights are on. Choice, are your eyes okay? Light. Light. Need light. Warmth. Forward. Fearless. Can you hear us? She can't. What's going on? Don't know, but none of that sounds like Joyce. Her condition. I know her. She's never sounded like this before or after the operation. You're right. You're surprised. You don't know what's happening to her. That means the sedation has long gone out of your control. Lena, it's time to talk about these experiments. Did Dorothy... I don't want to see anyone get hurt because of our work. Especially not Joyce. Maybe you're right. We should have worked together to solve the problem. It's okay, Lena. No need to hesitate anymore. I invited all of you here. You have the right to know the truth. Both Dr. Silence and my Pioneer friends. You're spying on us? I was concerned. Someone needs to close the doors while you stop to talk. You stop the silver monsters. Don't call them that, Sonny. They can hear you. Lena, my dear assistant, there's one more thing that I require of you. Bring them to me. What you don't feel comfortable explaining, I can. And you know my lab is the safest. Let's go, we get all the forbidden lore. No hostiles left outside. We all followed Mr. Sunny and Dr. Silence. Communications are still out. Looks like jamming across all standard frequencies. Mechanist might have been able to do something about it. Who's there? Mr. Sunny? Reese. That voice. Miss Mary? Huh. Looks like you've got a decent memory. Why are you here? Where is he? You mean Mr. Sunny? Tell him to show himself and stop hiding behind a child like a coward. I'm a grown man. Just barely. Out of it, boy. Where are they? The pioneers are in a building nearby. You know your ears twitch when you're embarrassed. Huh? Just kidding. It's really greedy, but you're a little too trusting, aren't you? This will go a lot easier if you tell me everything you know. Otherwise, since you're the one who fixed the power supply, I can arrest you for obstruction of justice. If I can't catch the real perp, I guess you'll have to do. No, please, don't! I don't want to cause trouble for the doctor. Then what are you waiting for? Start talking. I'm not sure if you believe me. We were attacked by a bunch of silver shapeshifters, the likes of which we've never seen before. I mean, you know, just fungi experiments. What do you do in Columbia? So she is inside. Yes, this is Dorothy's lab, in the heart of the complex. You sure? What's the matter, Sonny? Nothing. It's wicked stressful getting so close to the truth. Remember what I said, Sam? Be ready. Yes, sir! You open the door, Dr. Erpica. Of course. Lena. Huh? Something feels off with the pioneers. But we've come this far. You convinced me that we're all here to solve the same problem, Olivia. Not just true anymore. I mean, that would be also the opportunity to just murk Dorothy, right? Clock's ticking, Doctor. Same here. Come in, please. Nina's hand never touched the scanner, but the doors of the lab open to the true master of the house. But, you know, she also still seems very in control. Hello, everyone. I'm the director of Vine Lab's Original Art section and the overseer of test site 359. Welcome all to my laboratory. So we're here at last. Sam, get her! Yeah, okay, it was kind of obvious that this is what I think they would be doing.
한 글자 한 구절 모두 허투루 쓰인 게 없지. 훌륭한 협력이었다, 박사.
Actually, who do we get? Ah, we got Astrid from this. Wait, I guess Astrid Older was Astrid Older also the welfare for retracing our steps? Man, if yes, it's kind of sad that she always was the just welfare. But also. Maybe, or was it somebody else that we just sufficed on the banner? I don't remember anymore. Not that else too much. You say it's simple. I will have forgotten your name after the side story again. But I do like the burps. That's cute. Anything else could we get? We can send Vine Lab if we fully finish this. At some point I need to commit to do like all the cleanup and next stages of everything. I mean, okay, so basically, maybe at the end. I mean, this had like. This had some extra missions, but I guess the other ones don't really. She points towards the path of hope. She did also. Okay, now it's something like without defeating Dorothy. Without defeating Dorothy. Right? I guess we're fighting Dorothy. Niels, never expected to see you here. Sorry. Sorry? Would have killed you if the doctor didn't warn me. Is that what the enemy wanted? Did he want you to murder your former colleague? Not necessarily. Could also be just a test of stuffing actually people against the will into those armors, right? It wasn't just because of the doctor that I stayed my hand. She said, don't be too eager to make an enemy of anyone. She was alluding to Muleseye. She was guiding us to Muleseye. She wanted us to find her, but one wrong move and we might have killed Muleseye. Right, I get it. She doesn't care if Muleseye lives or dies. She's treating this as a test. A test of the power armor technology. A test to see how Woods Island and I react. Every word she said in the bar was calculated to probe my response. Feeling better, Mulesai? We went checked into the sedative a few hours ago. You regained consciousness by the time we saw you in your power armor. Nausea and numbness that you feel are mainly lingering effects of hypoxia and extreme stress. I patched you up a little. It will take you another half hour or so to fully recover. Stop. Stop. Stop? Stop who? The one who put you in the power armor? The Lippery? No. Mulesai begins sweating from her paw and the back of her hand. She cups your hand, and the drops of sweat rise into the air, splashing against your clothing. The same quickly spreads to form a message. It's not the name of the Lippery, nor Ferdinand. V59. Site V59. It's all connected, baby! To nobody's surprise. Not often I see you here. You did give me a temporary work permit, didn't you? A biology consultant. Let's go, Bible studies. Actually, what is bibliology? Why can I not? Why is my... Okay. Maybe everything is dying. Okay, now I try to Google it. Biology. Did I buy this? Yeah. Wait, it is... You have a bibliology consultant. Ha. Ha. Does that imply that Terra has the Bible? Does Jesus exist on Terra? I mean, ha? Ha. Ha. That is curious. Very interesting. Okay, but I was right then. That feels... I feel like you could have at least called it theologist or something, right? Is this just a fuck up of localization, or did they really go like, you know what, we have the Bible. In a good mood, I take it. Your experiments are going well. Don't talk about the experiments right now. 10 minutes. A man like me only gets 10 minutes to himself a day. I could spend it on a video call with the children, or dinner with Felina and others. But I prefer to spend it doing nothing but standing here and watching. Just an ordinary street out there. Yes, it's everything. You must be tired after a long day of work. Why is there no sign of dejection on their faces? Why are their steps so springy? Because they have a chance. They believe their hard work is giving them a chance at better lives for them and their families. I love the American dream. Just like those pioneers outside the city. Yes, them too. The Moors, the city of three burden beasts. The burden beasts carried 7 pioneers to build the first settlement on this soil. And now, look at the streets below. The pioneers and the descendants bring a constant stream of vitality to this place. No other country can claim to rival Columbia's enterprising spirit. Our country's prosperity has given people confidence, which in turn feeds into our vitality. If the country keeps advancing, so will the lives of everyone across all the lands. I know what you think of me, you, Kristen, Xavier. You call me an opportunist. It takes a smart man to take a chance when he comes across it. Thank you. I can deny that I would rather be up there than down there. I've earned the chances I've been given. The projects have generated wealth, which led into the next project into a technological progress. They stand on the cutting edge, leading Terra into a new era. They will build monuments, and our names will be immortalized up in them. Our victory belongs to each and every trailblazer. My 10 minutes are almost up. You didn't give me any time to talk. I know what you came for, Holiak. Oh? I forgive you. Kristen, Mulesai, Saria, Parvis, and you. Not wasting my time trying to guess your petty little thoughts. Both these experiments are one step away from success. All I care about is the final result. Sonny? What if he says we are safe here? Why do you have your crossbows out? Safe. You're not stupid, Doctor. The biggest danger is right there. Durfee? I thought you were willing to hear us out. I'm sorry. Out of the way, you and the other docs. We're not here for you. But ich bin tricked, Elena. Stopping the attack on Joyce was just a show. He showed us his anger, his hesitation to spot him line, and all of this hid one thing. He was always prepared to commit a crime. I didn't think it'd be Myers, the whole part of making you trust me. Especially Dr. Urbica. I was gonna make Sam play the bad guy. But that's all behind us now. We're here, right at the source. Me? You planned the kidnapping and came all the way here to kill me? May I ask, why? Why so soft it could melt the hardest heart? What have your eyes opened slightly wide? Filled with innocence, surprise, even hurt. As for it was those who picked up arms to defend themselves who should be reproached. Why? You can still ask why. I saw it all. Monsters you made, stalking us. How you fed them, the blood of my friends. You evil. Yeah, no monsters. Those are byproducts of experiments made of a special material that's sensitive to neural signals. No, Alina, he's not making a blind guess. Really does seem like he's seen those silver things before. And more. Yeah. 3 days ago, I snuck into the lab complex to find you. I wanted to ask if I could volunteer to be a test subject. Sir, did you say it was too risky? That the cops could be lying to us? Risky. Sorry, Sam. I was the one lying. I wanted to fix my mistakes. Listen, everybody. I saw silver monsters taking shape around her that night. Talked to them like they were her pets. Lovely Thanks is the one behind all this. I mean, it's sort of surprised that, that is what we're making here. You find it hard to accept what I'm telling you? And say I'm into sci-fi. Man, you will hate the next story in this. What would you even call this? In the series? Maybe you could take a look at this letter. Letter? Mr. Sonic gave it to me. He might have known he'd be in danger. He said to me, and I quote, "Give this letter to Mary Banner if anything happens to me." I'm sure he wouldn't mind you reading it. A little early. Give it to me. What does it say? Where the hell did that guy go? Don't know Sonny Romano, Quay. He's a ball of anger and hate. All over his insurance. Insurance again. Yes, I infected Columbia deals with that word a lot. People outside think Columbia's kind enough to the infected. You go to live a normal life as long as you can pay for your health insurance. Sounds pretty darn fair, doesn't it? This is what Sonny told me when he first got sick. But where did it end up? Was it very expensive? A cop's salary? I couldn't afford it, even if I quit eating altogether. It wasn't meant to ensure keeping the infected healthy. The premiums are way out of line with the treatment that they actually get. It's more like a fine, or a trick that forces infected to down a certain path. Sonny Romano never wanted to face the truth. If he's not stopped, he could end up going down a path you don't come back from. What you saw were neither monsters nor pets. But they do have something to do with my experiments. So you admit it. The truth will do you no good. The more you know, the more danger you're in. Yeah, you know, at some point Violet will just sick somebody on you. People up high always like to make decisions for the little guy. Why don't you put down those pointy things? My instruments can be fragile. Or if you have to aim this way. I don't mind. She takes a step towards the pioneers, almost touching the crossbows. Sonny's hand trembles ever so slightly. He forces himself to look away from that warm pair of eyes. This is a ploy, a trick to get them to submit again. Aren't you afraid to die? I am. But I'm more afraid that you'll hurt yourselves. You're not a murderer, Sonny, and neither are your friends. You're just ordinary men, trying to live better lives. Didn't you consider participating in my experiments? You still have a chance. Join us, and you'll get what you've always wanted. I think he just wants basic respect and his life back, which is maybe harder to grant. We'll never turn you down. Extends a hand to the pioneers, as though waiting for them to clasp it. Does she not understand that they came to kill her? No, don't look at her. Her eyes, her hands, they're too soft and warm. The people who walk the Barrenlands have never known anything but cold refusal from the cities and those who live in them. She's controlling them, like she controlled the others whose wills were weak. But the word chance, when was the last time you heard it? It's those silver constructs! Where did they come from? Didn't see... Sonny was right. The slab is where they were born. They're protecting Dorothy. Stop! Don't hurt each other! Wait, yes? She actually can control them so much? It's coming. Okay, but maybe not. For a second it was thought they actually reacted to it, so they stopped. More over there. Look out. Grab Dorothy, thanks. No, destroy the lab. We gotta destroy this cradle of evil to stop the monsters once and for all. No! That is the one thing that I will not permit. Experiments must continue. Was my promise to you. To them. Yeah, before we do the stage, let's do a quick break so I can go to the toilet and then we beat up some robots. Up there. Be right back. Let's beat him up. That's just slightly more annoying. I guess we can do this.
모두 계산대로다.
Naturally, you immediately go the other way. Actually, I do just like it for once. We don't really need. Should I also remove Venus from this team again?
기다리도록 하시오.
It was just useful for one of the special stages of the last rerun. I was like, I could use some more DP.
우연히도 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았구나.
만일을 위해서 한 번 더 묻는데.
This might become a problem if I wouldn't just kill them immediately.
결단을 내려라.
Undeployed traps does not deplete life points seals when spared.
너가 사라지듯.
Okay, I guess we try to make sure to not.
리더, 제일 먼저 불러줄 거라 믿고 있었다고.
Guess we can.
뭐, 제일 먼저 불러주지 않아도.
I guess this will be a very careful operation of not killing her. She's gonna walk into his fucking range, won't she? If I will not lose my sleep over not doing the objective the first time, but also
이베리아의 데스트레자다.
듣고 있어.
우연히도 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을
come on, I'm trying to spare you. Don't need to immediately shoot me in the back. And maybe at least do something like this.
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하시오.
Put you here for now. And what about, is she going for the upper
정토를 더럽힌 것을
endpoint then? Honestly, it's interesting to see having objectives like this for. I mean, I guess it did bring this concept kind of back for the secret stages in some of the main chapters, but it doesn't have a side objective like this. I guess you can just go. I kinda don't want to boot you.
결단을 내려라.
Okay, this is... How do we best do this?
미끼는 재밌어?
Okay, you die. Oh, you don't, you even ignore my block. Okay, then that's a lot easier actually. I think. I hope. But you here.
우연히도
Remove.
생각이
Right.
일치했고
Okay, okay, you're gone.
내놈들은 정토를 더럽힌 것을
Kinda made it
오해하게 되리라.
last a lot longer, but I guess also shows that with overpowered units you barely need anyone. Oop. Hello, Mary. When was the last time I wrote to you? I'm afraid I was never able to muster the courage to speak to you after the incident. Not the incident. Could not sleep at all last night. Memories from childhood kept intruding into my mind. Remember when you were 15 and we climbed up the judge's statue in the center of town? You joked that it was illegal and they would arrest me when you became a cop. And what did I say? Everyone has the right to enjoy fairness and justice. I would not have imagined what would become of me in just a few years. How the hell did he even get infected as a lawyer, basically, though? Civilization is a fragile thing. Not much separates us from the burdened beasts outside the nomadic cities. Fairness and justice have become alien concepts. All I think of day in, day out is how to survive. Yes, I've become the kind of man you most despise, the kind that I used to most despise. What if I have the chance to return to the phase of civilization? Or go back to the man I used to be? Your birthday is just a week away. You have no idea how much I would love to surprise you, man. Long plank, dann hastily scribbled words. You're performing dangerous experiments on us. All I can do is try to keep living. I mean, to be fair, kinda... Something must be going horribly wrong that they even escaped, right? Or, Did they only escape because they cut the power? Is that the reason they actually escaped the things? But, They were aware of those things. So, our bolts... They stopped in midair. The bolts headed towards her and the lab equipment are frozen in midair. It is as though they are being held by countless invisible hands. Her raises a hand. She touches one of the bolts with her finger. I guess of a light arm. Hit the deck. What the? It's a loud bang, like a heavy metal object being dropped to the floor. The bolts have fallen to the ground, but only part of them. Lots of the bolts have disappeared, leaving behind only an eerily smooth cross-section. No, they did not disappear. Did you hear that, Elena? It sounded like metal vibrating at an extremely high frequency. The heads of the bolts shook themselves apart. How powerful could the vector Feng's original arts be? It's not all arts. It's a technique. She is the authority on applied original arts. Pioneers won't be able to lay a finger on her. I guess that's why she always was not really afraid of them. You're right. There's someone else you should be worried about. Oh. The careful choice. We're still in bad shape. Not to mention Sonny and his men. You're gonna get eaten. Firebomb. On it. Von dem just for. Good God. Why won't you listen? I don't want to see you hurt. Don't you tell that to the man you twigged onto your lab table. I didn't twig them. They're safe, very safe. The experiment succeeds. They will never have to face the dangers of the wastes again. Isn't that what you wanted, Sonny? Watch out. Did they? Okay, did she like just turn people into the goo? Or what exactly did she do though, Sam? Sir, Sonny, run! Take the others and get out. Out to the Barrenlands, where the corporations can find you. Barren lands. Yes, we are pioneers. Afraid of the wastes. You're not? Run. Turn and run from your friends. Run from your answers. Run away and live. Isn't that what I've always wanted? What's that, Sonny? A letter? Someone back in town waiting for you to write? And you lucky bastard. Maybe it will become evidence. Evidence? Let the people out there know what happened to us. I thought we were just gonna save Dirk and others. What if we fail? I wanna leave behind something, Sam. If we don't make it, I want people to know that we tried. You're not bad people. Maybe could have gone for a different approach, but you're not bad people. He wants to live. But more than that, he wants someone to hear his voice. Why do we have to wait for you to give us a chance? That's not fair. He finds one of the boys on the ground. It's missing the head, but he still has a sense. He's lost much neuropathy, but he also gained a little bit of a sliver of power. In the grand scheme of things, that power can't make a difference. Here and now, though, it is enough to snap the bolt in half. The sharp cross-section could be a weapon against the enemy before him, and break the shackles imposed upon him. Don't come any closer. He loses control of the bolt he is holding, then his hands themselves. Powerful but invisible force grabs his wrists, forcing him to stop. The message was never intended to be used against you. It was designed to help you deal with the beasts of the waste, overcome harsh terrain, survive catastrophes, to give you a chance. It's supposed to protect you. Protect us. Did you ever ask what we wanted? He will move forward. The more this denied him, the more he will struggle. The broken void tears through his skin, causing blood to drip from it. Won't you just let this go? No. Yes, it's probably seen too many people die. No, I don't wanna. I wonder what's gonna happen with Ferdinand. I don't think gonna fully resolve him right from just this incident. Maybe he will become a recurring character. What's the situation at his site? Fan says no one has left it. If all goes according to plan, Duffy's hub should be complete by now. Any news from Elena? Negative. As of the last communication, she had not arrived at the observation station. Defense staff have not seen her. Go and prepare the latest batch of transmitter. How much do you need? 1/3. Time is running out for Wine Lab. The experiments are going well, Colonel. We're in the final phase. We can't wait much longer. The aftershocks of the Victorian incident continue to reverberate. Both our friends and our enemies are making preparations. We leave a weapon like that remains in the hands of someone, somewhere. A century of hard work could vanish in the blink of an eye if the target, one of our cities, will be dragged back under the dark clouds at the mercy of other nations. As we need more advanced technology. There's other ways for peace than an arms race, but the technology to deliver our weapons to any location with precision, regardless of distance. Yes, Columbia needs a guide. You're smart, Clooney. You're more practical than most smart people. When this deal is done, I look forward to a fruitful partnership with the new control of Wine Lab. This feeling is mutual. He was aspiring. Send more hands to the labs to package the reagents. Yes, I needed all of it. Guess maybe this is where Jules like kinda leaves Wine Lab. Oh, makes some sense. You. These guys are a headache. You see my arts. They're nowhere near as practical as Quays. Yes, we've proven that the liquid structure is extremely resilient. And there's worse news. Did I mention that there's more of this material stored above us? All over the lab complex? I can't wait till the lab just starts eating us. Like 10,000 times more, give or take. Jesus Christ! Maybe you should have mentioned that sooner. You said they were byproducts of the experiments. What was the main objective? A new technology that will replace traditional arts units. Energy was responsible for developing the special material. It's extremely sensitive to micro-abrasions, making it the ideal medium for receiving and encoding neural signals. We call it a transmitter. I call it turning people into goo. Under ideal circumstances, it can turn someone with ordinary original master assimilation into an outstanding caster. That's why even the byproduct can be very dangerous. Olivia, I can fight and give a lecture at the same time. Sometimes I wish I had one of those devices like in Choice Brain. That sounds still like horrible. You don't want Neuralink in your brain. That way, I could tell you stuff with just a thought. Right, let me ask another question. How do we stop this experiment? I know you put a lot into it, and I send your loyalty to Dorothy, but... Enough, Olivia. You reminded me of my sister again. The project is important to me. Something's clearly not right with Dorothy. Do you think I was the kind of person who can get my priorities straight? I just need to think. I haven't spent enough time here. I wish I pestered Dorothy more. The casters. What? Lena, the things before us are products of ritual arts. Where's the caster? Well, I guess this is what, they did with all the pioneers in the lab. It's not Dorothy controlling them. It's just there by her side. Missing pioneers, yeah. One place in the lab that Dorothy is most hesitant to show us. Who's the original Marcelina? In behind her. X-Power, right? We just see the main class tubes while he just horrible goo creatures himself. Starlight rains from the sky, catching everybody's attention for an instant. Even the strange silver entities. No. Up there! You shouldn't have done that, Elena. I can't stop. What's going on? It's like my limbs aren't my own. How much is the equipment worth? Never mind. Got to hold on. Not just us, even the pioneers. An earthquake? Hang in there. Stars. Stars. What if she's basically right now getting control from one of the pioneers or something? That's why her funky behavior is going on. Choice, Olivia. I can't keep my hold on her. I'm losing sensation in my hands. Arts? I thought the day would come when I would be giving myself electric shocks. Quick. Electricity can interfere with virtual arts effects. You say that this research is focused on vibration? Yeah, and? Sand. Tons everywhere in the lab. On us. Too. So small we never even noticed. Keep looking for the test subject, Selena. Or stop Dorothy. So you just need to activate all the fans. Go away the sand. Sir, reagents have been loaded. Good. We're going to site 359. I'm going there personally. Did I not make myself clear? I just thought there were enough staff there already. Tell me, why is it that the more important experiment is? More times it has to be repeated. To avoid errors. Because an important result must be absolutely reliable. That's true. Selector Fangs not reliable. Dorothy is driven by her emotions and achieved great things because of them. But emotions may also become a weakness at key moments. What about Elena? I hope we'll go faster than her. She's motivated, but too inexperienced. She will not be able to make the best possible decision without my advice. There's only one person at Vine Lab whom I trust implicitly. Me. Maybe you still should believe in your employees. Dr. Silence. Hello, Director Franks. How did you come this far? For the vibration membrane would cut off nerve signals to your limbs. I'm a physician. I know the human body a little better than you do. I'm sorry. I know it must be uncomfortable. The experiment will be complete in just a little bit. I will set you free when we're done. And then? Is it really worth the damage that's being done? Look at the people who are struggling right now. Don't give up! Grab my hand! Those focused on the future tend to ignore what's happening in front of them. I see many people like that at Vine Lab. A director thanks. Dorothy, not like them. There are tears in your eyes when you look at Sunny and the other pioneers. Closes eyes. She doesn't want to be perceived. I can feel their pain. But which is worse? A moment of pain or an eternity of pain? Life the lead is a quagmire, Dr. Silence. I want to pull them up, give them the same chances that you and I once had. A drowning man may struggle even more when he feels someone pulling him. But is that really him refusing help? The bog has choked them, but I hear their cries for help. Extend my hand, I'm not about to pull it back now. But you need to stop. Yvonne, when did you... While you were talking. I've seen many places since I left Vine Lab. Some of them even worse than the sun-filled lab of yours. Precision knows how to keep her equipment clean at all times. Still. Dorothy, don't even think about giving up. Hands are getting number. Another shock? I'll probably fire my nerves. Light. So yeah, I guess we in those subjects see no light. Light? My heart? I didn't used to love my heart to show this much choice. Stars. Bright. Far away. Where are you looking? What are you looking at? No, what really matters isn't what you're looking at. It's what you know. What did you learn that Olivia and I didn't? Boom. In the light. Huh? You're moving? Wait, you were unconscious. That's why the vibration membrane didn't affect you as much. The direction you're pointing is the direction the silver constructs are gathering in. I know where the missing people went. Look, a door opened. That's... Door opened? No, look out! All the vibrations stop. The silver constructs dissolve into harmless pools of liquid. Dorothy too stops dead in her tracks, giving up resistance even if silence is thrown at her neck. All she sees is the door and everything behind it. What she wrote to protect and the countless dreams that she carries. Okay, how far are we speaking? Well, you cannot end it here. I mean, at least we have time for one more for sure. We also got a top secret. Ah. Oh, it's literally at a stage. There's a tough story with it. Or is this just fully gameplay? But it's interesting. So yeah, I guess this is basically secret stages in a side story.
도저히 타겟책이 없을 땐 가장 가혹한 임무를 내게 맡기면 돼.
I mean, I kind of not too afraid from actually
여기서 쓰러져 준다면
activating the
모든
thingies.
것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
Even if you kind of want me to, like...
제대로 치료해 줄게.
actually block in front, I can just also say like, no you.
가장 위험한 전장은 어디지?
하이볼 키지 말아야지.
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
But yeah, oh yeah, we will just kind of ignore mechanics for sure. Probably, yeah, let's like this.
다음에는 필치 후에 비행 추진전.
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지. 결단을
We actually deal damage.
정
내가 당신의 보고를 듣게 될지 생각해 본 적 있어.
Let's put you here.
들으십시오.
It's a bit awkward. Probably also do just... I cannot... Okay, that's what we're working with. Yes, might as well get the BP.
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
리더 제일 자슈 애플파이.
Hey, Iman, how you doing?
결단을 내려라. 내 놈들은
Hope you're having a nice week.
의심치도 않았구나.
차가운 바람을 실력발휘 해볼까?
We are just playing through Dorothy's vision. Which is, I mean, it's interesting to have basically secret stages in a side story. I wonder if they ever did it again. But having a nice day, even if it's like an early stream. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I mean, I guess this does look slightly spooky.
내가 말하지.
What if we just kill them? What are mechanics, baby?
영혼의 강. 피안으로 건너가니.
Beautiful. Okay, those have actual story, okay. Hey, here, the data you asked for. Thanks, Ferdinand. I didn't think you'd hand it over personally. We were able to retrieve most of the local water tank data thanks to you. Fewer that know about this, the better. I'm curious as to why you wanted these data. Because we will create the new best being to ever exist. We're good. I'm fine. Did I top flames? But yeah, should be good. Boop, boop. She gazes at the monitor in front of her, so focused that even her breathing slows down. A video of a girl with white hair is playing. The girl spends most of her time sleeping, eating, or sitting in a corner with a blank look on her face. From time to time, she is led into a lab, where she crosses furniture placed in a room separated by a 1 meter thick wall. What a beautiful child. Remind me of Logan Williams. I thought only madmen boast about their test subjects. No, it's all their children. Sure, he's been accused of crossing a moral line, but I would not do this with my metal babies. Morals are shackles that are short-sighted and pose upon themselves. Yeah, every good person would say something like that. Science has never been bound by common sense. There's no greater insult to a scientist than to be judged by moral standards. William's problem was that he allowed the infinite unknown to get the better of his sanity. They abandoned the logic and reason a scientist must grip. See at the end of the video how your beautiful child turned the lab into a nightmare's catastrophe. You just need to teach it some manners. The monitor is showing a different image. There's no recorded sound, but the screams seem to pierce the screen and fill the lab from another time. The fallen debris does not hide the bloodstains. What happened to the girl? Records pertaining to her have been tampered with. Like the other legacies of Logan Water Tank, she has value to somebody, somewhere. I want to find her. May I assume you're considering ending William's experiments? She's so difficult to control. A risk Wine Lab cannot afford. But imagine the gains. She didn't volunteer to be a test subject. I didn't ask something so cool of her. You want to hear her. You're not doctors. But you have the doctor title. But anyone who's seen the experiments in their entirety should not harbor such delusions. No, Ferdinand. All I want to do is find her. Give her a hug. A hug? The girl, she's all alone. You took her family from her, made her something entirely different from all other people. I can't help but think, where is she now? Has she made new friends or new enemies? I want to hear her voice. I can't change her past, but the future may not be lost yet. You know, Dorothy, I really have no idea what you're thinking at times. Not many scientists are as sentimental as you are. You're not bound by logic or reason either. Perhaps one day, your madness will put Williams to shame. Madness? I've seen this in my dreams many times. That's why I want to find the girl. If she's alive, if anyone can save her from her past, then maybe someone will be there to stop me. I really do go over the edge. Yeah, your friends are here to beat you up.
대상님! 박사,
You are so right. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy this. I guess it's a lot of effort to include stuff like this in all events, but man, I kinda wish it would be more of them. What do we need to do? Clear with 3 stars and defeat at least 1 assault power armor. Okay, that is once again kinda terrific if we just go overpowered. After researchers truly found the happiness they sought in their dreams. I'm sure they're happy. The massive machine sits silent in the darkness. Honestly, this is not as bad as I actually imagined it would be. At least, I mean, it's bad, but they are not like fully, I don't know, liquid monsters or like in test tubes. Then the twining tubes are like sprawling rhizomes, shoots growing out of the egg out at the ends. Each shoot is an electrode glowing faintly, absorbing nutrition from the life form underneath. Yeah, that's, I guess the Earth is controlling everything, right? But why would it go haywire? Missing pioneers light side by side, electrodes on their heads. The thief and the hearts beat, but they are oblivious to what is happening around them. The silvery liquid flows through the tubes, converging on the device at the center of the room. It seems more alive than the dozens of catatonic test subjects. How could this be? Helen? Why? Yeah, see, they're not harmed. They are still alive. They're just living their best life unconscious in Sword Art Online. Look, Gil, Sophia. You're all here. Let them go. Please keep your voice down. Don't startle them. Wait here a while, my friends. Everything will be alright once I take care of this little problem, I promise. Are you talking to them? I hope they can hear you. I've seen symptoms like these, except on the unconscious choice. So yeah, I feel like it is kinda just related to what is happening to Pelopsis. Electrodes and the silver liquid. Connected to the central nervous systems, aren't they? Dorothy, why is Helen here? She was worried that she would fail Ferdinand's test. I made a suggestion. Man. A suggestion to become a test subject? Helen was chatting with us just this morning. Now she lies here as conscious as a plank of wood. I want to help her, Elena. I can feel her pain, just like I feel all of theirs. Helen's debts are weighing an entire family down. Yeah, have you considered signing away your body just for some money? I love America. She lives in constant fear. She would take her own life if Ferdinand fired her. To stop now would be to deliver them into the hands of merciless fate. I can do something so cruel. Stop. Stop with the self-righteousness already, or I can promise I'll keep my finger off the trigger. The hatred of me stems from your lack of understanding of what you see and of me. But I don't understand you. Like hell you do. You understand us so well. You will also benevolently give us a chance at a new life, instead of dying in catastrophe or getting eaten by monsters. We get to be technically alive of corpses in the lab of a big corporation. Where do I line up to kiss your feet? You never thought about it, Sonny. Why is it that some people with orpathy can keep working, while others are forced to leave their homes? Don't need you to tell me. The day after I got diagnosed, I found my insurance contract in pink slip waiting for me. The contract was 569 pages. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of legalese. The sheet telling me I was fired didn't fill half the paper. There aren't a lot of companies out there willing to hire an infected. You gotta prove you're worth that outrageous insurance premium. Man, if only we fixed the health insurance. Hey, don't you think it's unfair? Kinda goes without saying, doesn't it? You should understand. I can't reach silence so quick. The site must be entirely closed off. Ferdinand? Missing off the lab is just the means, not the end. Ferdinand is planning something at Site 359. Doctor, science and others are in danger. We're not getting anything from the side. Should your move persist? Lopsis. True, data transmission from device 9 is different from standard communication. We need a moment's signal to see what Lopsis is seeing. I'll try to sync up with her. Let's go, we gotta see all the war crimes. Are you sure you want to meet with him alone, Miss Fangs? Yes, I have permission from the bureau. Say, that man, Logan Williams, is a complete nutjob. He got 100 years in prison for his cruel human experimentation. I know, I said in his lectures before. These scientists are out of their minds. Oh, sorry, I forgot you were a scientist too. But you're one of those ethical ones. You're such a gentle and elegant lady. Surely you're not like them. I understand. Thank you for being concerned about my safety. I'll be careful. How long do you expect you will be in there? An hour. Bring her back again sometime next week if necessary. You want to talk to him that badly? He doesn't usually care about other people. It's because of all the things people ask him for. I'm the only one asking for help. Everyone deserves a chance. We should all have equal access to opportunity. Differences in talent should not determine one's destiny. When someone with talent becomes foolish because of that talent, then infringing on someone else's interests, undermining fairness. I'm among the privileged, and I'm ashamed of my luck. I wanted to pull you out of the bog before it swallowed you, Dirk, Helen, and you, Sonny. I've done all this in the hopes that one day fortune will smile only upon those who work hard, rather than favor the so-called talented. I spent many years working towards the goal. Altering the individual to make it stronger does not solve the problem. Those who were born strong can be even stronger with the same alterations, widening the gap even further. In order to achieve true equality, I must. You wanted to eliminate individual differences? Unconscious test subjects, original mass constructs with emotional responses, a massive machine that links them together. The experiments, there. I've heard of something like them before. I thought it was just a mad dream, one that failed a long time ago. Mad dream? There's no such thing as mad science. Yeah, you know, we are just working for a better future, don't worry. Just a means to an end. We can't ignore or forget the innate differences between individuals. Doesn't mean we have to be burned by them forever. Let's turn everyone into goo, yippee! My technology will allow people to stand before each other as equals, sharing equally the soil, the air, and the rain. How does it not just sound fucking horrible to you? Long will their footsteps be stopped by mountains, nor their sight be obstructed by storms. I mean, you know, it's nice to have equality for everyone, but you do lose your individuality, which is not great if you ask an individual. We look into the distance from a place of safety, without having to endure the toil of long journeys and separation from their loved ones. Wouldn't you understand the beauty of such a future? I never actually understand what exactly were we doing here. We've been looking for the castles behind the silver constructs. We thought it was individual pioneers, but we were wrong. The castle was all of them. You have sharp eyes, Dr. Silence. The vector flanks. The future you imagine is just that, your imagination. I see something different. A skilled original caster can destroy a building. 3 skilled casters can suppress an entire city block. What would happen if we joined the power of 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people? Then we have created a nuke, baby. Nothing under the sun will escape its gaze. The strongest fortress will be little more than a toy that it could crush with a thought. As for the people you care about, the ones you call friends, will never be more than test subjects in the eyes of those who want to harness the technology. Those who fail will be the lucky ones. They will be ignored, allowed to live and die on their own. The worst fate befalls those who succeed. The day the experiment succeeds, they'll be doomed to live under the watchful eyes of corporations and governments. Olivia, I never seen you like this. I would be upset if I basically just enslaving humans like that. This angry. Science can feel her own anger, like a humming in her mind. Scenes from the past flash across her eyes as she feels her reason calm disintegrate. You may have changed your destiny, but at what price? You lose their freedom forever, their lives no longer their own. I protect them. It costs my very life. Killing you right here, right now, just might be best for everyone. That's circumstances. I won't resist. Don't lose your head, Sonny. Lose my head, Doc? I'm calmer than I've ever been. Dorothy, thanks. I gotta admit, the picture of the future you're painting has some appeal. Same as how I almost walked into your lap. Don't know how many times I thought about taking your hand. Why didn't you? Because my future belongs to me. The man gets it. Yippee. Things to say, not to mention the looks of you there. The more welcoming the whole deal, the clearer I see it. You're controlling us. It's harder to break out of a sweet dream than a nightmare. Maybe you're living that dream, Director Franks. The rest of us here are facing reality. Doc Science was right. It's been like this should never have existed to begin with. Lands across our world have given birth to enough madness. This kind of madness ought to get buried deep, never dug up again. Whatever it costs, we gotta put a stop to this. Olivia, make Sonny listen. Whatever came of it, Dorothy was only trying to help these people. Even if I thought she needs to be stopped, to be punished, it shouldn't end like this. Not by the ones who truly laughed. Sonny. Choice? You're awake? Don't hurt Director Franks. Synchronization failed. She's just busy having 20 people in her head right now. The age outside 359 might be worse than we thought. Are you alright? Thank you for the help, Dr. Lyra. I can feel my legs now. Side 359 is more about than just wind up. You know who Ferdinand is working with, don't you, Xavier? The power armor you've been tracking just might end up in the hands of those who most need cutting-edge weaponry. You've seen them. Evidence? You'll have it. That warmth I felt back there. That was a little wishful thinking on my part, huh? Put my life on the line to get the evidence you wanted. Our boy Jesus was right. Ferdinand is no longer hiding this ambition. Slashing this experiment to garner support. And he'll use it to seize control of Vine Lab. We have to find Kristen. She's Ferdinand's prime target. Did you get my last message, Xavier? My contacts inside Vine say everything is normal. That's because they're used to Control's absence. Ferdinand's been planning this for years, undermining Control's authority. Yippee! I love him. Man, I guess this just happens to become so big that it goes unnoticed. Little by little, this experiment is the last step. Or maybe not the last one. I hadn't been in contact with Kristen for a week before they got me. What about the site? I wouldn't be too worried about Dr. Silence. I still remember the time she got the upper hand of me. This is no time for indecision, Xavier. You have to make a choice. This is no multiple choice question, Doctor. The key to resolving the situation at the site is Ferdinand. The key to taking care of Ferdinand lies before us. They're gonna have some time for a meeting. He isn't busy. Let's go see the control of Vine. Wie vom Dream.
빛이 부족하다고? 괜찮아.
That is
내
funky.
머리 위
Honestly,
형광등이 나아갈 길을 비춰줄
we
거니까.
can start.
뭐,
Honestly, earlier. I guess we can just swap like Hoshiguma on this man.
사라지겠지?
This was not well thought out. But I never claimed that I'm smart.
도와주러 왔어. 와, 실력 발휘해볼까? 말하기 좀 그런데 내가 일으킨 트러블은 나밖에 수습 못해.
Can do something like
오래
this.
걸리진 않을 거다. 우연히도 얼음과 녹이 녹아 사라지네.
하이 볼티지 벌어야지.
This is a bit awkward. at least your freeze should still help in the future.
소용없다.
와, 어머 사과야. 오늘도 잘 부탁해.
Yeah, let's put Hoshiguma there. We basically plugged up everything already.
기다리도록 하지.
And I feel we probably would have wanted to place Exo somewhere else.
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 추진 장치를 달아볼까?
But
먹은 건 아닌가?
does it even matter?
정부를 더럽.
What is actually... What decides how this nose plants? I guess I never really thought too much about that yet.
이 얼마나 하찮은 저항인가.
어른과 노인 녹아 사라지듯.
사과야. 오늘도 잘 부탁해.
We can have like a locus here.
조종이 소리에 의한 울린다.
Don't think we require healing.
생각이 일치해. 내 놈들은 정부를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
And then we wait. I can twink. I can slurp. Unhealthy energy twink, but it is what it is. Man, we just shows up to immediately get frozen and like get some poison into his system and everything.
모두 안심하고 싸워. 내가
How does Thorn actually work? I guess is he secreting the poison itself? Or where is he storing it? I guess it's kinda connected to his sword, right?
연민은 전부 버리도록.
Yippee! Sonny. We did this of our own volition. I don't get it, Dr. Moore. Who are you talking for here? Message. Received a message, one that is different from the previous ones. Has your head hurt again, Joyce? There's nothing wrong with me physically, Dr. Silence. Detect an unexpected data transmission. Processing. Data? Yes, Sonny. We all know. This is a gamble. Yeah, we see this might be unethical, but we all agree to this. Results are unpredictable, but this was our choice. Data transmission terminated. This indicates that Sonny is the intended recipient. Doc Moore, you're talking like one of the test subjects lying there. Hypothesis cannot be confirmed. The source of the data is unknown. I simply sensed it. Doc Silence, is she right? Doc Moore can hear my friends? Choice was your use of the word sense intentional. Yes, Dr. Silence. The content of the dream has changed. What did you see? Versus failed. Your eyes look different. Are you feeling sad? Detecting signal fluctuation in peripheral system. Bella. Bella read? I think of her again. Does device number 9 have something to do with Director Feng's experiments? Motive, emotion, not logical connections. Dr. Silence. I sense that this was our own choice. Your own choice? Sonny, if I guarantee that I will do all that can be done to correct the wrongs, will your Dorothy thanks go? Listen, Doc Silence, we appreciate your help getting us here, and you got us to the truth about the experiments. We can definitely believe you're on our side, but can you really be sure she won't start it all back up again? No, I can't. If she does, I will handle her for you. Yeah, we're just gonna kidnap her. Put her into Woods Island custody. The experiments have been suspended, Dorothy is unharmed, and test subjects are regaining consciousness. What a happy ending, right? It's not like there's still like at least two more stages. I still find all this hard to believe. There's no cause for alarm. Emotional fluctuations are normal. You woke up just in time, Joyce. I've never seen Olivia that angry. Thought she would just leave Dorothy to her own devices. I still don't understand how you heard the voices of the test subjects. Their consciousness were linked by Dorothy's hub. How did you get involved? I guess just being so close to the signal? Didn't you say device number 9 had nothing to do with the hub? Sufficient data available. But I heard the voice of Mr. Mears when I woke up from my dream. When you woke up, The conflict in the corridor? Why would that wake you when the battle before didn't? It was also strange. Anyway, I guess it's all well that ends well. Thanks to Olivia. Yeah, what a happy ending. Dr. Silence has met expectations. She's changed so much, come to think of it. When I first met her, she was just one of many students you'd seen on a college campus. Shy, introverted, and remarkable. This description matches my memory. I could hardly recognize her when she was pressing Dorothy's for answers. Only to step in to protect her. It was like I saw a shadow of someone else. That of Director Xavier. How did you know? Don't tell Olivia I said that. I mean, you know, might be good character development. Dr. Silence won't let us affect her friendship with you. I know. But as a friend, I don't want to remind her of her unpleasant past. Understood. Let's go. I should finish my job too. Communications have yet to be restored. Not good. The boss. And my sisters. How many messages have I been getting? Please come with me, Director, thanks. It's time to leave. One moment, please. With the experiments halted, you will wipe this lab off the map. There's something I have to take with me. It's a photo? Yes. A photo of a group of pioneers. Is this girl you? I meant every word I said to Sani. I guess her parents are pioneers or something, is that it? My mother, my whole family, they were all pioneers. From a young age, I heard them talk about their dreams and saw their struggles with my own eyes. They gave me a chance to chase my own dreams, but most pioneers will never know the luck that came to me. What happened to your family? Most of them have left me. I was invited to attend Ironforge Polytechnic summer camp for talented students. Catastrophe destroyed my mother's camp. RIP. I never heard about my miraculous acceptance or my scholarship. I'm sorry. Was it really the right choice to stop these experiments? I mean, it does feel so fucked up. It does not sound ethical at all. There's probably other ways to improve their life. Those pioneers, those who live, whose lives hang by a thread, they live each day not knowing if they'll see the next. I could have helped them. I didn't have to be swallowed up by the sand in despair, like my family was. Why do you ask this, Silence? Without our experiments, the child would not have lasted more than a few days after leaving Hayden 1. You saved her life, once for nothing, will contribute to scientific advancement. How lucky is she, compared to all those children who die of oropathy in the Barrenlands? I trusted you, put you in charge of her, and you make such petty accusations towards me, towards science itself? I don't know. This is not a question for me to answer. I guess, you know, that is why we actually have, like, even the subject of ethics, right? It's sometimes hard to say at what point is this suffering justified in the great benefit to society, and man, maybe you should not just make people suffer for science. Choice reminded me. Should not judge things by my own standards, even if I can never accept what you did. Did we not choose to be tormented by uncertainty and self-doubt? As researchers, it's our duty to seek the answers ourselves. Is everything ready? My team is under the site and is approaching the lab area. Good, get ready. Colonel, I know there have been delays, but if you give me a little more time. Never told me there were other people at the site, Clooney. They mean the pharmaceutical company? There's nothing to worry about. Empire Fine Lab, I don't need your promises. All I need here is results. Apologize, this was a small hiccup. If you can't deliver results, then you have to at least stop making trouble for me. You do well to remember that. Can you proceed, Director Clooney? You don't have a choice. Understood. One more thing. Put me on SpecCom. Communications have been restored. Elena. Vector, I'm so glad it's you. Been trying to reach you. Did you get my message? Put everything that happened here in my report. Something's wrong with Dorothy. Vector thinks experiments, but science I have things under control. He started things with the pioneers. They're leaving the labs as we speak. I know. You do? Oh wow! You did your job. Cleanup details on the way in. Defense? They're finally here? Phew, that's a relief. I was worried about the transmitter we've been storing here. You know what to do. You can leave now. I should stay and help. Next to Dorothy, the most familiar with these experiments. I'm at observation station, Elena. 2 vectors are more than enough to handle the situation. Don't you agree? That's not what I meant. Then listen to me and leave the site immediately. No questions asked. May I ask why? God damn it. No, you may not waste my time with meaningless questions. I want you in the control room. Now. Yes, sir? Is there a problem, Researcher Urbica? The Vector. Ferdinand wants me to leave immediately. Leave? Go and let Olivia know that the defense section is coming. What about you? Are you leaving? Something's not right with the Vector. If we didn't know how far Dorothy went, why is he completely unconcerned about what happened to the experiments? Because, you know, this man knows. Vector Clooney, Miss Urbica's not leaving the labs. Should we adjust the plan? No. Proceed. Let's just, activate the nuke. Is everybody out? Yes, sir. Next. What are they doing? Say it's a precautionary measure. Probably is sedative or something. I guess we made a little too much noise, huh? Don't forget what I said. If anyone asks, I was the one behind everything. Don't worry. I was letting you take all the credit. But next. Sonny Romano. Wasn't asking for your name. Clearly, I take sole responsibility for the kidnapping. Right hand. You're gonna get to it after the injection. What the? Dr. Urbica, why'd you push me? Don't take the shot. Interfering with our work, researcher. I did aware with that stuff in that syringe. Need me to explain what it's for? Aren't they with you in Doc's silence? Why do you always doubt the people you should trust when you say you get to trust people you should doubt? Take that band off, quick! Treatment wristband. I remember why Joyce woke up when I saw the syringes in their hands. It's this, the treatment bands. The ones you got have been modified. The sensor on them is similar to the equipment in Dorothy's lab. It comes into contact with transmitter. Need to report to the director. Someone's behind all this, using... Why, it's maybe like the director's behind this. Damn it. Communications are down again? What's the matter? I get it now. All this time. Man, she's gonna be so sad. Dr. Urbica, are you okay? Are you crying? What? No, it's not important. This isn't over, Sonny. Dorothy was never your enemy. It was the director himself.
섭리에 반하려 한다면 누구라도 용서치 않겠다.
Okay, we completed this. Here, DV7 with resource and defeat all power armors. I mean, gonna at least do the before story. Might stop the stream there. And then I'll see when we can do the rest. I would love to do the rest. Maybe I can do another short stream tomorrow or something. Would be nice to wrap up the story this week. How long has it been since you were last here, Director Saria? Going a little spacey. That's not like you. Thinking about a test site? You remember Hayden One Laboratory? Of course I do. That's where Ifrit's from, right? We investigated that place together. I've been to several hundred similar ruins since. It's very risky to work with the military. Wind-up hides behind layers of contracts and conducts these dangerous experiments with other laboratories doing the dirty work. But this time, William chose to charge into the fray himself. That tells us Vine is one careless move away from turning into one of those wounds. If he fails, Ferdinand will end up buried under the wounds too, right? His real cause of death won't even hit the papers. Ferdinand has no way out of this anymore. He has no choice but to make sure this experiment succeeds. Are you worried about silence in the gang? I'm only analyzing the risks. I thought you were more honest than that. Okay, she'll be fine. She's a lot stronger now than she used to be. Just look out for Iffy. You're consoling me, Director Mule's eye. That's unnecessary. No doubt it's science and Petlops's abilities. They will assume their own responsibilities, and so will we. I believe in our operators, that's what I learned. My, you really have a way with words. Makes me want to jump ship and top over. You should! Multiple power armor signals approaching. Doctor, Liberty Merc is catching up to us. Guess there's probably also something we need to resolve there. Perhaps he's been waiting nearby. Dr. Lyra, are you sure Kristen is here? Saya's right, Ferdinand can't take this failure. We don't have time for trial and error, do we? Ferdinand doesn't want to let anyone find control. There's only one place that's in his full control. I mean, that is an impressive building. Vine Lab headquarters. So that's the place that checks the most boxes, huh? After I lost contact with Kristen, I went to her home, the test sites, and all her favorite spots. Everyone who works at Vine knows Control doesn't like to hang around the office. Every day, a bunch of staff members ask where she is, but who knew that she could be right there under our noses? Scan complete. Doctor, it's just as they thought. There's a large group of armed militants guarding all exits on all floors. You think that's gonna influence our partnership in the future? We can just beat up their personnel. Vine HQ must already be under Ferdinand's control. We need to make our moves carefully, including both Mule's Eyes and myself. Seize them. Damn it. What are you planking for? All units, we've got a situation at the lab's entrance. It's a pioneer and a Vine researcher. Get murked. In the end, we still gotta hurt people. Let's self-defense. I'll testify for you. There's an emergency exit to the left. Run, that way. We'll talk after we make it out. Someone's coming. Get ready. Wait, you again? Miss Alina! I didn't hurt you, did I? I'm fine. I figured you'd strike, so I paced myself. Okay, you will get us out of here, right? All of you. Stay right where you are. You're Mary Banner of the Tremors City Police Department. We're taking a kidnapping and assault suspect into custody. I'd appreciate your cooperation. Suspect? Mary. You're a hard one to catch, isn't that right, team leader? Drop your weapons and put your hands up. I mean, in a sense, maybe... I guess it's kind of the military that wants it, and not sure how much influence it has in the government, but maybe he is the safest with the police. Or maybe this is naive. Right hand too. Put your right hand up, please. Syringe? Hold on, what are you trying to do? This is a physical examination. There might be a hazardous material leakage in these laboratories. Regulations demand we execute prevention procedures on all personnel. I take a look at the medicine you're administering. The situation is critical. Please don't get in the way. Warning, procedure does not match existing records. What are you doing is completely against the rules. Rules? I don't need a researcher who was kicked out of Vine to teach me about rules. Excuse mindless rude. Really have to beat up this man. What about me then? Do I have the right to ask you to turn the syringe over? Director of Ranks. I'm the overseer of Site 359. Say the objectives immediately. Sorry, Director of Ranks, but Director Clunia is taking over responsibility for all your site's functions. Without his orders, you can't ask us about our operation. If I recall correctly, only Control can change the experiment's overseer. What gives Herland the right to overstep his bounds? I can't answer that. This should be enough. Mission complete. All units pull out. They're gone. Affirmative. Defense action personnel are quickly evacuating the site. But we're here to take the pioneers away. I was thinking about Ferdinand. Ferdinand. Dr. Silence. All pioneers who receive injections have lost consciousness. They're part of the hive mind, don't worry. Tend to them immediately. Director Fangs. Do you know how to administer emergency treatment? Director Fangs? Ma'am, I thought we were here to save Mr. Sunny. Don't think you can change my mind with a couple of sentimental words. You got my letter. Frankly, my sympathy only works once, Romano. I'm just glad I didn't let you get away. Otherwise, who knows what kind of surprises I'd have waiting for me. You don't trust me. Why should I? 4 years ago, you didn't want to go to the quarantine zone. Trusted you and helped you lay low. Then, how did you turn around and thank me? It's out of my mind. My opera plus my insurance premiums drove me nuts. I had no other. You broke into my place and forced me to give you everything worth half a dime. Just for your goddamn insurance premium. Or they let you back into your law firm if you paid it. I mean, we're just alone, right? You know how much that scared Nana? Did you know she's been bedridden ever since? Jesus Christ. Remember how she doted on you? Even more than she did for her own granddaughter? How about this? After you got spooked and ran off, I was so worried the cops would find you. You know what I went through to cover it all up for you? You don't know anything. You're a cold-blooded, selfish criminal. I've never been so soft on you. Officer, doesn't matter what kind of bad blood you two have with each other. You need to get out of here, otherwise... He kidnapped you. Are you making his case for him? Listen to me. The real problem is the Vine Lab. The shaking! Is that coming from inside? Durfee's lab. Run! It actually happened. Just intense tremors occurring across a large area. Is it a catastrophe? No, not a catastrophe. It's the lab. Jesus Christ. I mean, they did say they had like the whole ceiling full with this, right? In the center of the laboratory cluster, a fissure appears on what should have been an exceedingly sturdy building. It wasn't caused by the tremors. The building is being torn apart from its deepest parts. Something is breaking out of its shell, bit by bit, and unbelievably quick. In just an instant, all of its floors are engulfed. Above the rubble, several objects start springing the entire site into its place. The newly born colossal object gracefully twists its geometric figure and coldly stares down at the people on the ground. None of this is beyond her comprehension. She knew this, yeah. She understands the principles behind all this, and she's calculated all the possibilities. I love my shapes. Yet she still forgets to breathe and blink, and she forgets all about the trembling earth beneath her feet and the roaring gusts all around. Her dream has evolved from a blueprint and a word of promise to a reality. Oh, beautiful. But also terrifying. Get down. Alright. We can't throw enough operators at it, right? We're in tremendous danger. With just 1 inch closer, you would have been crushed by the bricks. It's too late. What is? Doctor, you failed to stop me. My experiment succeeded. Director Clooney, what's happening at the laboratories? You're frightened. Frightened? Of course not. Just overwhelmed with emotion at the results. I'm truly happy for you and Director Franks. You have created destruction beyond human comprehension. Teeth are chattering. Perfect. Being such great unknowns is an instinct of the weak. You're right. Before your results, our enemies, the Columbia's enemies, will tremble in fear. You're talking about terrorizing our enemies? That's what the army men worry about all day and night. They give me the funding, and I give them the weapons. We scratch each other's back, that's where it ends. But you did remind me. It's time to move to the next phase. Wouldn't that provoke it? What about the people at the site? Making the greatest sacrifice of all. Remember their names. As pioneers in the true sense, their names will go down in history. The fearlessness gave birth to this ferocious beast. We'll take control of it and make it ours. It will be our hands and eyes. As our ancestors. Brave settlers poured burdened beasts under their control, enabling civilization to conquer the wilderness. We too will conquer this beast created by technology, expand mankind's reach into even greater unknowns. We will be the trailblazers, sorry, that's the wrong gacha game, to expand the frontiers of civilization. Are these the silver monsters? Why did they grow so big? We just increase the mind interference. We need something special to do any damage. You goddamn monster. Did you see those arrows? 3 arrows all shot at different times. Approach the silver geometric figure in a tidy row. The further they fly, the slower they get, all the way down to an immeasurable crawl. Yet they remain suspended in the air. Right by the silver light, they disappear from sight at the very same moment. So the monsters got some magic tricks. It disintegrated them. That seems awfully quiet to me. Watch out. Move. Was that an energy beam or some crossbow bolts? Where did it come from? It was so quick. I couldn't catch it. Logic can't explain its movement and attack patterns. Perhaps to that thing, moving and attacking are one and the same. Supposing this really is the final product of this experiment. The whole site is within its range of perception. If the idea crosses its mind, it could modify the physical properties of all objects within that range instantaneously. Or in plain Victorian. Like modeling clay for a kid to play with. Is that right? More or less. We need to stop attacking it, officer. Otherwise, we'll level the whole site within minutes. Wait. It wouldn't happen to have a bunch of explosive equipped drones, would I? Keep dreaming. So what about those people from Winelab? Are they here to help us deal with the experiment? Of course not. Remember what I just said. You're about leveling the whole site. It's already begun. Am I seeing things? The crane turned into a perfect sphere. It won't be long before it hits the quarters too. Damn it. If the site goes down, Tremors, not to mention the other cities are still in the dark. Don't even know a monster made by some stupid freaking eggheads is about to roll them up into a ball. It's just all for the test of the military. We need to get out of here right now. Get the word out. We need to get the word about this out. He's known for a long time it would come to this. Who's behind all this? Who would take it this far? Dorothy Fangs? No, it's not her. It's the man who's made a fool for a long time now. Someone who's really taking me for a ride. Wants to raise the pioneers. And everything that happened here at the site. And all of Winelab might be on his side. At least they're probably bored off too. And that good money, there's no media outlet ready to report on this. Hey, you know, that's just how money speaks. Selena, you know who should get word out to? It's Island. We find Dr. Silence. That's the most crucial objective for our operation. But you'll be trapped here. Lives might even be in danger. I trust Dr. Lyra, and you too. Biggest mistake. I know we can do this. You trust me? What can I do? Observation station. I have to get to observation. Need a ride? The transport over there. A word from Ryan. It so happens I need to go back and nab the real bad guy behind all this. You're going the same way, aren't you? Mind if I tag along? No matter which way we slice this, officer. I'm a suspect in your custody. May doesn't answer, but she extends her hand to Sonny nonetheless. Besides there, Alina does the same. Johnny takes the hands and climbs onto the transport, Dancing already running. The three of them, a police officer, a pioneer, and a researcher, speed toward the edge of the site together. The sandstorm behind them gives chase in vain, unable to stop their escape. I mean, I guess we can also do this stage, and then I just need to remember to do that after. Next time.
그립군.
Yep. Or, you know what, nah, just do the stage next time. Next time it shouldn't be too much to do.
승패는 여기
I at
있는
least
것만이
assume, I guess I can look it up, I assume it's just gonna be like 7, 8 and then after Stormy. But since this is an early stream, that means Basti should be streaming. Yeah, baby. So we can wait him. And yeah, thanks for watching. Tomorrow, I guess at the normal time, I probably will stream Rapid and Steel with... We'll see. Maybe I can do in the afternoon just a quick stream to finish this, but I will see. But yeah, thanks for watching. And, you know, gambling was not amazing, but it was also not the worst, so that's what matters in life, and it was a fun day. So, boop. Bye, internet.